Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for being very punctual to your class. I hope that you are ready to participate in the activities we're gonna go through today, and also that you are ready for tomorrow's evaluation. And there's an important announcement that I want to make, and it's that there has been another change in schedule. Tomorrow, your test is gonna be taken at 10 and 20 minutes. It's not gonna be at 1. I think that your teachers had already let you know this important information, but it never hurts to remind you another time. The test or the quiz is basically it's a quiz. A 10-item quiz is going to be taken tomorrow at 10 and 20 minutes. Do you have any questions about the change? No questions? All right. So like I said, probably your teachers have already told you that, but I want to tell you one more time so you have no doubts. Okay, today we're gonna go over the second topic for the Spotlight on Literature C. It is about compound sentences and compound subjects and predicates. And let's start right now if you have no questions about the quiz. So there it is. If you have your books, open them to page 20, compound subjects and predicates, and also compound sentences. The topic is on pages 20 and 21. And this is basically what we're doing today. We're going to have a little reflection. We're going to read a quotation of the value of sincerity, and then you're going to give me your opinions, your points of view related to this topic, and then we're going to study the lesson. Good morning, everyone who is reading me in the chat. Good morning. So there it is. There is the quotation. There is the quotation here. Anybody wants to help me reading it, please?
Me, teacher.
Claudia, thank you.
Sincerity seems to be a problem for some people these days, but I prefer to be hate than be a false person who tells lies.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So what I can see here, sometimes when you speak is your last name, sometimes I don't see anything. Would you like to please tell me your names every time that you want to participate? Because I really want to call my students by names. And you know, in the virtual classes, it's kind of difficult sometimes to call you by your names because there are so many, and sometimes I can't see. Sometimes I can. Now I saw that Carla was helping me out, but sometimes I don't see your names and I would like to call you by your names. So a volunteer, please, to help me with 2 or 3 thoughts about this quote, about sincerity. Here we go again. Nobody's here.
Well, the reflection talks about a very important thing in my opinion, because sincerity means to only tell the truth, no, and be a person in that way with that you can trust, no. And sincerity is, for example, never, or it isn't anti-valor, maybe, to tell lies, no. And the reflection says, I prefer to be hated than be false person who tells lies. In Spanish is, yo prefiero ser odiado que ser una persona falsa que
Yeah.
dice mentiras.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's so good, brother. It's very good because false people maybe can be truthfully for each other, but they say lies, and this is a big problem for our society because, for example, the politicians,
Mhm.
different presidents,
Yeah, that's a great
and
example.
yeah, many people that no
Yeah.
lie, and the people truth with their no,
They love
and
them.
this, they love them, yes. But when in the news tell, oh, that president or that politician stole or robbed, for example, $1 million for more, the people say, oh no.
Yeah, you're right.
And like in Spanish, lo hecho, hecho está.
Yeah, what is done is done. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. So you have said something very interesting about that I prefer to be hated because when you are sincere, when you come clean with people, they don't like to listen the truth. I mean, they prefer be surrounded by people who tells them lies because they don't let them know if they're doing wrong. People people don't accept criticism with a good attitude. And this is what I think. That's why you come to hate people who tells the truth and come to love people that telling you lies. And it's like a paradox, and actually it is, because deep inside we want sincere people around us, but when we have them, we don't like them. We don't like to listen to the truth. And like Gustavo said, people love politicians because they're liars. They know they're lying because they have seen it for years and years. They tell the same things over and over again, and people are still believing. So this is something that it doesn't get into my mind. All right, Leslie said, you have to be sincere, tell the truth so that there are no misunderstandings in life situations. Yeah, it is better to be sincere and tell the truth and not be a fake friend. Anybody else who want one more point of view and then we move to the topic?
Me, teacher.
Me,
Okay, Eric.
okay.
I think that is prefer be hated would tell the truth than be false and tell lies is better from my point of view.
Okay, Eric, if from 1 to 10, how sincere do you consider yourself?
9.
9. That's good. And let me tell you something, guys. Being sincere doesn't mean to be rude, doesn't mean to be mean. So you have to look for a polite way to tell the truth. Because remember, sincerity without empathy is cruelty. That is another quote in here. Sincerity without empathy is cruelty. And the point is to help people, not to tear them apart, you see, to make them feel down. So the idea to be honest, the idea to be sincere is to help them to grow as citizens, as human beings, as classmates, as whatever. Thank you, Eric, for your opinion. Anybody else? I see that you are very participative today.
Me.
Diego, thank you, Diego.
I think you should have respect for other people, but it doesn't mean that we will approve of everything they do.
Mhm.
And we be we don't be a false person who tell lies, but be ourselves without disrespect.
Mhm. Thank you very much. So what you said is true. If someone agree with you in everything you do, that person is not your friend. There must be someone who tells you that you're not doing good, that you're not doing right, because we're not perfect. We make mistakes. And in that way, like Diego said, You have to be respectful and also tell people when they're not doing right, because you just can't agree in everything we do or in everything we say. Thank you guys for your participation. We're awesome. So now let's move to page 20 in your books. We have the concept of a compound sentence. You know sentences. Sentences are a bunch of words that have subject and predicate. If the sentence doesn't have a predicate and subject in, it's not a sentence, it's a phrase. A phrase may or may not have a subject and verb, whereas the sentence, it has to have. Otherwise, it's not a sentence. Anybody wants to help me with the concept of compound sentence, please?
Me, teacher.
Thank you, Eric.
Consists of two or more independent clauses joined with a comma in coordination confusion, and also known as the fanboys for and nor but or yet. So in addition, you can join dependent clause with a semicolon or
Mhm.
with a semicolon, confusion, adverb, and a comma.
Thank you so much. So like I said, a sentence is a group of words containing subject and predicate. This is a sentence. And a compound sentence is the combination of two or more complete sentences or independent clauses. Independent mean that they have meaning by themselves. They have meaning by their own. They don't need anything else to make sense. They're complete thoughts. And a complete thought, remember, a complete idea or an independent clause may contain subject and predicate. And we have the examples here. Someone who helped me with the first one, with the ones in blue. She.
She did not cheat on the test, for it was the wrong thing to do.
Thank you so much. So in the first one says she did not cheat on the test before the comma. She is the subject and the predicate is did not cheat. So we have a complete sentence here. It's independent, it stands by itself, and it makes sense by their own, by its own. And is separated with the comma. We have the coordinating conjunction. A great clue or a hint to remember coordinating conjunctions is the expression fun boys. Fun boys is stands for every letter of the conjunctions. The F for for, A for and, N for nor, B for but, O for or, Y for yet, and the letter S goes for the coordinating conjunction so. For, it was the wrong thing to do. It is the subject for the second sentence, and the verb is was. And you can see that both of the sentences, both of the clauses are independent. And you say, why, teacher? Because they both have their own subject and they both have the same predicate. Easy peasy to identify. And they are separated by the coordinating conjunction. And what are coordinating conjunctions? For, and, nor, but, yet, and so. Questions so far? Do you have any questions? Or is it
No
clear?
question, teacher.
Thank
It is
you.
clear.
Thank you so much. So the second, somebody please help me with the second sentence.
Can I help you?
Please. Oh, what is
Okay,
your name?
Hasmin.
Ajay Hasmin, please.
Okay, I really need to go to work, but I am too sick to drive.
Thank you so much, Jasmine. Let me see. And now, can you see that we have independent clauses or are they dependent? In the first sentence, I really need to go to work. Do we have subject and predicate? Yes or no? and I really need to go to work. Do we have subject?
Yes.
Do we have verb?
Yes.
Okay, so it is an independent clause. We have the coordinating conjunction but, and in the second sentence, I am too sick to drive. Do we have a subject?
Yes.
Yes. And do we have a verb or predicate?
Yes.
Of course. So we have two independent clauses joined but with the word but. And we have a compound sentence as well. So I need somebody else to help me reading the third, the fourth, and the fifth sentences, please. Uh-huh.
Me, teacher.
Please, what is your name?
The number 3.
No, what's your name? Sorry.
Laura.
Okay, Laura, help me, yeah, with 3, 4, and 5, please.
I am counting my calories, yet I really want this.
Next. Continue.
The other ones.
Yes, please.
Ah, he ran out of money, so he had to stop playing poker. She doesn't drink milk, nor does she eat butter.
Thank you so much. So you see in the rest, we have two independent clauses joined by the coordinating conjunction. In the third is yet, in the fourth is so, and in the last one is nor. All right, so now we have clear what a compound sentence is. I want to show you a clip, a video of somebody else explaining the same thing that I just have, but with other words, with a better intonation, with a better pronunciation, because she's a native person. I'm gonna show you the clip right now.
Hi everybody, this is Dr. Karen. Today I'm going to answer the question, what is a compound sentence?
Can you listen?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, teacher.
Sentence is a group of words that has at least two independent clauses connected by a coordinating conjunction. An independent clause has a subject, a verb, and it states a complete thought. Coordinating conjunctions connect words or groups of words together. They include the words for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. So let's look at a couple examples of compound sentences. Mom cooked dinner and Dad cleaned the kitchen. Our first independent clause is Mom cooked dinner. There's a subject, which is mom, and a verb, which is cooked. And there aren't any coordinating conjunctions that are at the beginning of this sentence, so we know that this can stand alone as a sentence by itself. So that makes it an independent clause. We also have another independent clause, Dad cleaned the kitchen. There's a subject, which is Dad, a verb, which is cleaned, and again, there are no conjunctions at the beginning of this sentence, so we know that it can stand alone as an independent clause. We also see that when you put these together, Mom cooked dinner, Dad cleaned the kitchen, these two independent clauses are connected by the coordinating conjunction and. Because we're connecting two independent clauses with a coordinating conjunction, we now have what's called a compound sentence. Let's look at another example. I will go to school today, but I will stay home tomorrow. Our first independent clause is I will go to school today. We have a subject, I, and a verb, go. We also have another independent clause. I will stay home tomorrow. We have a subject, I, and a verb, stay. And with both of these independent clauses, we don't see any conjunctions attached to them, so that we know that they can stand alone as complete sentences. Now, when we look at the entire sentence together, we see that these independent clauses are connected by the coordinating conjunction but. So now we know we have a compound sentence because we have two independent clauses that are connected by a coordinating conjunction. So to review, a compound sentence is a group of words that has at least two independent clauses connected by a coordinating conjunction. To watch more videos just like this one,
Okay, there it was. So do you now have any questions about compound sentences or compound clauses, whatever you want to call them? Questions?
No, teacher.
No questions. Thank you,
No
Eric.
questions, teacher.
No
All right.
No,
questions.
teacher.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. I hope that my explanation and her explanation was clear enough for you. So then let's continue with some exercises here. We also have compound subjects. We have compound sentence, so we also have compound subjects. What are compound subjects, my friends? Can anybody help me out reading this short explanation?
Me, teacher.
Thank you, Gustavo.
Compound subject. A compound subject consists of two or more subjects, generally a noun or a pronoun, that are joined by a conjunction such as and, or, nor, and but. The subjects in a compound subject share the same verb.
Thank you so much. So a compound subject is nothing but the combination of two or more subjects. They can be nouns or they can be pronouns as well. And they're also connected by conjunctions, such as and, or, nor, and but. We have the example there, Tom and Lily. I can say Haley, Camila, and Emily. Or nor Gustavo, Eric, or who else do we have here? And Camila. So, and this is a compound subject. And another condition that they may have is that they have the same predicate. They share the same verb. You see, to have a compound subject, the other condition besides the number of the people included is that they have the same verb. And they can also have compound verbs. We have compound subjects. We also have compound verbs. Let me see who I have here. Celeste Gonzalez. Are you here, Celeste?
Yes, teacher.
Thank you. Can you tell me, please, one example of a compound subject? Just the subject.
I don't know, teacher.
Okay, I'm gonna give you an example, Celeste. Celeste, you are the subject. If I want to make it a compound subject, I will include your name and somebody else's, like Genesis, Andrea, and Celeste. And this is a compound subject. Another example can be Pepsi or Coca-Cola. That's another compound subject. Or Claudia, Gustavo, and Andrea. That's another compound subject. Now, Celeste, do you have anything else in mind? Another example?
Yes.
Okay, tell me, please. Tell me. My cat, my dog, and my parrot. Milk, cheese, or yogurt. Anybody else who wants to help me out with some examples of compound subjects?
Messi or Ronaldo.
That's a good one. Thank you. Let me see who else we have here.
Can I tell someone?
Please.
Transformers or Decepticons?
Okay. Transformers or Decepticons. Good. Manuel Juarez, are you here? Are you online? Manuel Juarez?
I can see you, but I can hear in the class. Tal vez puede ser.
Okay. Thank you. So now let's move to the next one. We have compound sentences. We also have compound subjects, and now we have compound predicates. Let me see, maybe Ashley Elias. Ashley, are you online? Can you use the microphone?
Other example can be maybe dog and cat.
Okay, help me please reading the definition, my friend.
What definition, teacher?
Compound predicate.
Okay, compound predicate. A compound predicate consists of two or more verbs or verb phrases joined by a conjunction such as and, or, nor, and but. The verbs in a compound predicate share the same subject.
Thank you so much. So now we have another condition here, very similar to the other one, but in reverse, right? First, the subjects share predicate. Now the predicate shares subject. And again, the combination of two or more verbs in the same sentence with the same subject are compound predicates. In other words, more than one verb. The example says the conductor picked up the bicycle and held it until. The verbs here are picked up and held. Those are the verbs. Picked up and held. You can say eat and drink, sleep and rest, jump, run, walk, and swim, swimming or running. So those are some examples. Now help me, please, with more ideas of compound predicates.
Maybe eat and play.
Eat and play. Yeah, that's good. Carlos Albizur, yeah, see, like this. Are you here, Carlos Albizur?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, thank you. Give me another example, please, of a compound predicate. The combination of two verbs. Ajá, Carlitos.
Run and speak.
Ajá, thank you. Thank you so much. Andrea Torres. Are you online? Or just your avatar is?
Me, teacher, I can
Please.
sleep or run.
Sleep or run. That's a good choice. What do you prefer? To sleep or run? Don't respond. I know the answer.
Sleep.
Yeah, I knew it. Okay, so we have some examples. So behold them. I will give you some time. 3 minutes to be precise. To exercise or take a shower. Do your homework nor sleep. Good. Excellent, Gustavo, thank you. So we also have an example, exercises in here. Practice what you learn. In the first exercise, you have to identify each compound subject in the following sentence and point out the verb that refers to the same subject. In other words, underline the compound sentences, underline them, the compound sentence, and point with an arrow the verb. I'm gonna do the first for you. The compound subject in the first sentence is Aunt Nancy and Uncle Arthur. Those are the subjects, so this is the compound subject. Those are the subjects. Aunt Nancy and Uncle Arthur. So you have to underline that. And with an arrow, point to wished. Wished is the verb. I'm gonna give you 3 minutes. Yeah, 3 minutes to identify B, C, D, and E, and then you're gonna share the answers with me. Your 3 minutes starts now.
Teacher, what is
Tell
the
me.
page?
It's 21.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, for the rest is page 21, 21, 21, 21. If you don't have the book, you can see, you can take a screenshot and work in a notebook. Okay, time's up. Do you have the answer for B? Anyone wants to share the answer for exercise B? What is the compound subject there, and also which one is the verb?
Teacher, is in exercise 1.
Yes.
Oh, well, in exercise 1, the compound subject is neither Tom nor Lily. And I understood the verb is new.
Yes, it is. It's okay, thank you. Neither Tom nor Lily. This is the compound subject and the verb is new. For letter C,
Cars and buses is the compound subject and the verb is would pour. Would
yes.
pour is the verb because would is the auxiliary and pour is the verb in base form. And in Spanish is with the termination ria, no?
Yeah, thank you. Car and buses, the compound subject, and would pour, like you said, is the verb. Is well, the verb actually is pour, and the auxiliary, like you said, like you pointed out, is would, but they are the same predicate. Would pour. For letter D,
The compound subject is George and Mr. Hutchin.
thank you, George and Mrs. Hutchin, and the verb.
Receive.
Thank you so much. That is correct.
Okay.
And the last one,
The last one, the compound subject is stars, rainbows, and all other such heavenly sights, folks. And the verb is had been because permanently is an adverb for determination with y in Spanish means determination mente, no?
yeah,
And in Spanish, every word that has this termination means an adverb.
yeah, you're right. You're totally right. This compound subject is very long. Stars, rainbows, and other such heavenly sight shows. Those are the subjects or the compound subject, and had been is the verb. Is the verb. So in the second, we have time to finish this exercise. Identify the verbs in each compound predicate. Now you have to do the opposite. You have to identify the compound verbs or the compound predicate and point the subject. We're gonna do it right away because we just don't have enough time. The first one is Lily's father project endure and wither the grass on a grave. What are the verbs in here? They're kind of weird verbs. Project
Project.
and
Leader.
yes, yes, good. And the subject is Lily's father. Lily's father. In letter B, what are the verbs?
Mounted.
Yeah, and the other one?
I don't know. I only have mounted.
Is mounted on their scooter and choked away in the shower of golden confetti. And the subject is the two young people. The two young people. C, the verbs is switch. Yeah.
And listened.
Excellent.
And the
Congratulations.
subject is they.
Let me see. We have the verb switch and listener, right? And the subject?
The subject in what sentence, teacher?
In letter C.
In letter C, the subject is they.
Is they, right?
Yes.
You're right. Totally right. And she also said it. Tom and Lily came to the hills and passed them. Verbs?
Came,
Come and pass.
passed.
And
That
subject,
was
Tom and
easy,
Lily.
right? Yes, you're right. And Tom and Lily is a compound subject. We have compound subject and compound predicate. And the last one?
The verbs are
And thought. Yeah, looked and thought. And the subject?
Lily.
Lily. Just Lily. So guys, we're done. If you have the book, complete the exercises in here we have exercise 3 and 4. So you have to complete exercise 3 and 4 by your own so you can practice a bit more. And we will see you next week because tomorrow you have an evaluation. Questions for the evaluation? I think that is going to be clear. It's just about searching for summer, and we studied many details. We also played a game to see how much you knew about it, and I see that you're kind of ready. You're not talking about sincerity, right? Okay, so thank you guys. Have an excellent day and keep on reading. See you next time.
Bye, teacher. Thank you.
Bye, teacher.